Hey, good morning, everybody. Brannon Beliso here, millionaire. That blows my mind, right? Who would think that you could have 100 students and be a multi-millionaire? Well, he's achieved a lot of that success through financial investing, and he's going to share with us how you, even with one small school, can become a millionaire. And you hear those stories all the time. Janitor, dies and has $8 million in the bank. If you're prudent and you save properly and you invest properly, you can have $1 million. Now, is that important? I think it is for retirement. I find across the board in the martial arts industry, most martial arts school owners do not have a retirement, do not have anything saved up, and then you watch them in their old age suffer when it should be their golden years and they should be enjoying their retirement, but because they didn't set themselves up financially, then they're struggling. So I think it's really important. And normally when I do my events, I don't invite anybody out, but I have great faith in Sam. I've worked with him for a year. He's educated me and taught me the process. I've watched my portfolio grow. I've watched my income grow, and it's pretty amazing. It's pretty amazing. So Sam will be there, and then I've got lots of innovative content. My wife looked at me last night, I think, and said, "You look tired." And I said, "I am tired because I'm just putting everything that I've learned in the past years together to give you my opinion, especially when it comes to the whole website thing. There's so much controversy with that. And we all have this love-hate relationship with the results we get from websites. They work for a while, then they don't work for a while. Should I pay this guy, upwards of $3.99 a month, or should I just do it myself, or what should I do? So I've got a lot of knowledge I'm going to share with you about that. I'm going to share with you about writing copy. I am a writer. I have 2 books coming out. I've written 7 feature articles for MA Success. I've written articles for Dojo Nation Times. I've written blogs. I am a writer. So to learn the art of writing great copy and content, it was an easy fit. I enjoy it. I love it. I understand the psychology of it. I understand the architecture of it. And I'm going to share it with you. And the reason I need you to become a great writer, and I say this all the time, is because you are the one telling your story. You need to become an authority on that subject. So when you're speaking to a student, you're speaking to potential clients, there is that instant trust. They trust you. They hear what you're saying, and believe me, they will trust you. People trust me because they can look at my articles, read what I've written. They can see that I've done my homework. And like Tom Callow says, and it's a standard, we know if you do 10,000 hours of anything, they consider you an authority. So put in those 10,000 hours. Become that authority in writing, in child development, in physical fitness. If you're going to teach those things, then you got to know those things. I don't believe simply reading one article or watching a YouTube video or taking an 8-hour certification qualifies you for that. It's a continuing, lifelong learning. Do you feel me? Who feels me on that? Type it in. There are lots of people there. What's happening, folks? Wow, lots of people there this morning. So I want to talk to you today about what I learned at Facebook. What I learned yesterday. The self-defense workshop I did there was amazing. They're going to have us back in October already, and hopefully I'll get to do more work with Facebook. My biggest takeaway that's still resonating in my brain, nobody clocks in and nobody clocks out. The majority do not. There's some smaller departments, janitorial, security guards. You have to be there at a certain hour, right? Because they're changing shifts. But the core team at Facebook does not check in and does not check out. Is that amazing? All right. Candace just said she's going to get us some swag. Yay, Candace. Candace was from Facebook, and she was the best host I've had in a while. She was a great host. So anyways, I learned that. Then I asked myself, wow, how's that? And it's because when they hire at Facebook, they hire culturally. And I talk about this all the time. A cultural hire. They need to fit your culture. They need to get your message. They need to understand your purpose. And if they do, the rest of it is just so much fun, so much gravy. I don't want to be a boss. I don't want to be a watchdog. I don't want to be Big Brother. I don't want to manage anybody. So to hear that, and it's in line with my value because I don't police my people. I train them, I give them systems, and then I trust and track through data. And if the data is great and they're producing the numbers that I consider to be satisfactory, guess what? I'm a happy guy. We had that discussion in the car with my 25-year-old guy who's running San Francisco, who's on his way to making great money. I don't police him. I meet with him a couple of hours a week, one in a training session, and then we meet and sit down on Wednesday, and it's a mentoring meeting. And it's really about filling his head with the type of knowledge, the type of thinking, the type of common sense, the different things he needs to be successful. And I don't need him to think like a worker bee. I need him to think like an entrepreneur. I need him to think like an owner. I need him to think like a critical thinker, because I'm not there. I pay him so I don't have to be there. That's the objective, right? I pay him so I don't have to be there. I cannot do that if he is a worker bee. You feel me? Let me move this over here. We get a little better light. So I don't need worker bees. I need people that want to be successful. You feel me? Get the sun out of my face. All right. Can you see me a little better there, folks? So that just blew my mind. And then second, as I sat there in the commissary, the cafeteria, the big one where everybody ate, everything, even right down to the chairs, the tables, the flow, you talk about workflow, the flow into this cafeteria, it went right down the middle, food, the same food on each side, then it swung to the left, swung to the right. As you came out the left side, the juice and the fruit and all that was along the edge, utensils, everything is green-based, recyclable, compost, everything was just so in tune. And it's massive. It's like a downtown Disney. Each structure in the middle is like downtown Disney. And they have different things for different people. They even had a Chinese restaurant that served juk in the morning, which is like a Chinese porridge people like to eat for breakfast. It's crazy. There's something for everybody, and everything is free. It's free. They had some upgrade stuff. They had a manicure, pedicure place. Phil's coffee charges, but the pastries are free. So they had certain things like that. But overall, it's really about feeding your culture. That's what I got from that. All these free restaurants they had, all this stuff they had going on was to feed their culture, feed their employees, make them feel appreciated, make them want to be there. My guy said literally, well, when you leave here, you could literally be here all day long. You could come and have breakfast, work, they even have a laundromat. You could drop your laundry off and they'll do your laundry. You can drop your laundry off, do your work, eat lunch, work, eat dinner. So technically, people are hanging out at Facebook 12, 14 hours a day. How cool could that be? How cool could that be culturally? So maybe we ought to think about that, martial arts school owners. Maybe on those busy Saturday mornings, we should have bagels and stuff always ready in the back for the team, because they're working hard through birthday parties, through black belt workshops, through stripe workshops, through, buddy days, mom and me. Maybe we ought to just work into our budget and supply lunch every Saturday, so they don't have to take the time to go off site and go hunt down lunch. Wow, wouldn't that be cool? I'm talking to my bookkeeper, because if I could figure in lunch all the time and have it, they don't have to go get it. Someone doesn't have to go get it. It will be brought to us, dropped off, delivered. Oh man, that would be so cool. And what would that really cost in budget? Think about that. What would that really cost us in budget? And how would that make our team feel? I like it. I like it already. I think it's really, really cool. So that's the main thing I learned about Facebook. Facebook invests in their people and their culture heavily. They don't police people. They trust and they track. When they hire you culturally, hire you based upon a strong work ethic through a cultural interview. I'm sure they ask a certain set of questions that really help people determine they have good work ethic, right? Because if you don't want people punching in and punching out, so you're not perceived as big brother, they better have some amazing work ethic. As long as you meet deadlines and get things done the way you're supposed to, I don't see why people need to punch in and punch out. I don't see why they need to be on site. They can work at home, right? In the tech world, that works fine. Now, sure, we're brick and mortar. We need bodies there on time, 15 minutes before class, dressed, ready to go. But you'll see, those people with great work ethics will always be dressed in their uniform 15 minutes before class. Those who, need a little prodding and pushing and a little mentoring, well, guess what? You're going to have to remind them every time they show up 5 minutes before they're supposed to be on that mat. Sir, you need to be dressed on that mat 15 minutes before class. You feel me? So I'm excited to share this and more with you next week at It's Time Live. We had 3 spots open up. Did I say 3? 3 only. A couple of people who are in the industry made some nice posts. If you get a chance, come hang out with me. I'll give you my heart. I'll give you that knowledge. It's something you don't want to miss. It's not some big Hollywood Vegas thing with, it's not a big show. What it is we get down, we do the hard work to get you the results you deserve. We're not here to drink. We're not here to have a cigar. I mean, we're not here to, we don't do those things. We work at my events. You're going to come in and we're going to work hard. And if you're ready to work hard, I promise you, as the Germans say, you make my brain bleed. I will make your brain bleed because we will work hard. April 8th and 9th, there's still like 3 spots open. Go to brannonbeliso.com/its-time/live. Cool? I hope everybody enjoyed this morning what I learned at Facebook. And lastly, I think what I as I'm walking out of there yesterday, people love to be there. That's the other thing. Create an environment where people love to be there. You want people to love to be at your job, at your business, at your school, at your culture, however you want to call it. You want them to want to be there, okay? Let me turn this on. You want them to want to be there, so be mindful of that. And make sure you make every effort to create that. And you'll see it. Your team gets there early, they stay late, they hang out together, they go to events together. I like that. I want my team to get closer. And if they're hanging out together outside the school, I'm a happy camper. That's an indication that you're building a great culture when they socialize outside of the workplace. All right, so I'm out of here, man. You guys have an amazing day. We have a couple birthday parties. We have workshops. We have a black belt workshop in San Francisco. We have like 4 birthday parties this weekend at both locations. Classes all day. Remember, we're open 7 days a week in San Francisco, so we are open Sundays. And we're getting ready to open Sundays in Millbrae as well. Cool? Alrighty, folks. I just want to say you guys have a great, great time. And until we talk again, you got to live your best life.